Eeyore is his friend, and Tigger and Little Roo. There's Rabbit and Piglet, and there's Owl, but most of all, Winnie the Pooh.
Fans can take a poo track.
Ooh.
Do you get to Pooh Bear on the poo track?
Ooh. What if you have two poos? Do you poo-poo?
Do you poo on the poo track?
Winnie the Pooh.
You could also take a 5-day anniversary trip.
Willy-nilly silly, all stuffed with fluffies. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Willy-nilly silly old bear.
Huh.
Winnie
The more you know.
Great show. I watch Winnie the Pooh from time to time.
Memphis ranked higher than Winnie the Pooh land.
What's around Memphis? According to this random list of that
It's not
I'm
a random list. It's the New York Times.
Okay,
52
random.
Places to visit.
Yeah, random list. Go ahead. Who's around Memphis? So
Armenia?
Memphis is 19.
Armenia.
Where's that? I mean, what number is it?
20.
Okay, so 20. Who's 18?
Memphis is 19, and 18 is Brielle Cervinia, Italy, a ski resort at the foot of the Matterhorn. That's exciting.
All right.
Number 17 is Nagasaki, Japan.
Okay.
16 is Los Angeles.
That seems a little high.
15 is Penang, Malaysia.
Okay.
14, Top End, Australia. 13, Canadian Rockies by train.
Canadian Rockies?
I didn't know they stole our Rockies.
Well, the range goes up there.
I know.
I didn't.
Number 12, Beirut, Germany.
I thought it was Beirut. I was like, ooh, I don't know if we
Number
want to go
11,
there.
Nepal's other mountains.
Oh.
Not Mount Everest. Number 10, Poblano, Barcelona.
Okay.
Saba, the Caribbean.
Okay.
Route 66, get your kicks.
Just driving down Route 66?
Have you ever driven down Route 66?
No.
Oh, it's a bucket list.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool road. Oran, Algeria.
What's cool about a road?
Dallas, Texas. There is no way that Dallas, Texas is number 6 on the 52 places to go.
If the ones around it is Route 66 and some random mountains, it makes sense.
4
The
is
Cowboys are there.
Osa Peninsula, Costa Rica.
Cooper Flag is there.
3 is Bangkok. 2 is Warsaw. And 1 is America. Revolutionary America. But Memphis is number 19. By the New York Times. What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, January 7th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, the Grizzlies get their biggest win of the season. Another game tonight. Highlights and reaction from their win over the Spurs. I'll look ahead at the Suns. We'll do some oops, we missed it again. Coaches firings in the NFL. A college quarterback's Uno reverse that has his school prepping for a legal fight. DeAngelo Williams will join us as he does every Wednesday. We never know what we'll get into with him. And then we'll do a little WTF. The scariest mascot in sports returns. The Hollywood mommy group fight that has taken over the pop culture space. It is a Wednesday. You know what we say. Killer Cam. They call him Killer Cam.
It's gonna be food.
Support your Grizzlies by voting for them to the 2026 All-Star Game.
Oh, Edie with the big swat on the deck, floats it up, off the glass and in. Cedric Power, yes sir!
Vote now by going to grizzlies.com/allstar.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday. Tell me about being a rookie in the NBA. What has that been like so far?
The coolest part is, having a class with you they're all rookies. So if you go to an NBA game, you kind of know a lot of the guys that are rookies there because you went through that process of draft workouts, playing against them in college and stuff. So I think it's cool to have that camaraderie.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own a day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what's it all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, have it my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. If you make it to the middle of the week, you can make it through anything, even a Memphis Grizzlies. Back-to-back Spurs last night, Suns tonight, but you know what we do after every Grizzlies win. Hit the highlights from last night. Grizzlies Spurs. Oh my God. What is that? A UFW in Memphis. Unidentified flying Wemby. Picking it up in the third because the Grizzlies down 11. But look at Lou. Cam Spencer from three. Slump no more. Starts a 13-0 run for the Grizz. Jock Landale fires a three of his own. Off the iron, but Spencer, board, feed. Jaren Jackson Jr. splashes in one of his 5 threes. Grizz with 22 second chance points in this one. Tied at 66 all. Javon Small. Alley-oop for Loco Coloco. Grizzlies still down 8 bodies, but they got one back. Vince Williams Jr. Grizz are 10-3 in the last 13 games he's played. Call him Elmers. He might be the glue. 15.6 boards, 5 assists in his return. End of the third quarter, Grizz down 2. Only one player had 0 SpaghettiOs, and that was Cam Spencer. 8 assists, 0 turnovers. That one to Jaren for the 3 to give the Grizz a lead going into the fourth. Grizz right in it with the second best team in the West. Stephon Castle sees nothing but arms. Jaren, the block. In transition, Timothy Chalamet, move over. Give that award from Ant to that guy. Cam Spencer, back down 1. Jalen Wells. Behold, the rare Landale lob. It's a layup, a Landale lob layup. Grizz had lost 4 straight close games in the fourth quarter. Killer Cam says enough. Big 3. Grizz need a bucket, down 1. And by God, that's Cam Spencer, Spencer's music. Fade away, puts the Grizzlies back on top. Just need a stop. And the Grizzlies gonna get it. De'Aaron Fox clamped Santi Aldama, game-sealing block as the Grizzlies win 106-105. The losing streak is over, CJ. 4 losses in a row. Done. Grizzlies beat the Spurs. Biggest win of the season. To me, no question. To me, absolutely no question. Biggest win of the season. The win over the Timberwolves, I think, is the last time we had biggest win of the season conversations. That game, Minnesota did not have Anthony Edwards. You were in the midst of a stretch where you won 7 of 9. This comes in a 4-game losing streak where you were looking ahead to a very daunting week on the home court. Spurs, Suns, Thunder, Nets. Then you go to Europe to face the Magic in both Berlin and London, but you were playing 5 of 6 games against teams with winning records. So you put in the 4-game losing streak. You put in the schedule ahead. You put in that Victor Wembanyama came back for the Spurs. Minutes restriction, still put up 30 points in 21 minutes. He didn't close, but he played. And you beat the second best team in the West. They've been good with or without Wemby. And I think you take that and you add in just how things were feeling. And considering how you lost the last 4 games, which was in the fourth quarters. You were in it in all 4 of them. The 2 against the Lakers, the loss to the Sixers that goes to overtime, the loss to the Wizards, but they couldn't close. And last night they closed. Also, wildest of stats, courtesy of Sean Coleman, as always. The Grizzlies had lost 17 straight games at home, including the postseason, against teams that brought winning records into FedEx Forum. 17 straight. They had not beaten a team in this building with a winning record since January 30th, 2025. That is almost a full calendar year. It is January 7th. Yesterday was January 6th. It had been January 30th of last year when the Grizzlies beat the Houston Rockets. That was the last team above 500 that they had beaten at home. And to get it done against a 25-10 Spurs team, second in the West, a team that's beaten the Thunder 3 times, a team that got their alien back in Victor Wembanyama. And the Grizzlies did it despite having 23 turnovers, and they did it despite still being down 8 guys. But that one felt good last night. That was a great way to start the homestand. The crowd was in it. And you could just tell the team, God, they wanted a win. They needed to see a win to have the reminder of what it is to close a game, what it is to figure it out down the stretch. So that was a fun, and dare I say, tad surprising night at FedEx Forum. I won't rewrite history. I know all the conversations going into last night. Elliot Perry and I were on the pregame radio show saying, anything can happen. The Hornets just beat the Thunder. The Wizards ended up beating the Magic last night. You never know what can happen in a night in the NBA. But I was very proud of this Grizzlies team. They have another game tonight, of course. But CJ, what were your thoughts?
I mean, it's the defense is what did it. The Spurs come into the game 6th in scoring in the NBA, I think around 120 points per game. And you look up and they score, 105. You're talking about a team who up in the high 40s in field goal percentage per game, I think around 47, 48%. They got held to 37%. Talking about a Spurs team who it wasn't Wemby that did you in. It wasn't Vassell. It wasn't Castle that did you in. It was De'Aaron Fox and it was Harrison Barnes. Those were the 2 who did you in the 2 previous times you played them, right? One would, I think the first time you played them, De'Aaron Fox went for a 30-piece and Harrison Barnes went for a 20-piece. And then the next time Harrison Barnes went for a 30-piece, De'Aaron Fox went for a 20-piece. And not just scoring and production. You could watch them and say, oh, those 2 are in complete control of this game. The Grizzlies have got to find a way to stop that. And they did in the first 2 games. And particularly in the fourth quarter of those games, where it was one of those, either Harrison Barnes or De'Aaron Fox, they go out there and they give you, if you're the Spurs, they give you the game. They give you the win because they're the ones making the clutch shots. They're the ones making the clutch plays. They're the one getting clutch stops and clutch buckets on the offensive side of the ball. And you look at this game, and that did not happen. There was a chance for somebody on the Spurs to take this thing over like we've seen before, and it didn't happen. I think in large part, you brought it up during the highlights, that length out there was really bothersome for the Spurs on this particular night. You look up and you say, all right, how many points did Harrison Barnes have? 2. How many did De'Aaron Fox have? I think 8. Like that's what does it for you. That's the defense is the difference in this matchup with the Spurs and the previous matchup with the Spurs earlier this season.
And you really saw it coming out of the half. Like first half, both teams just missed a lot of shots. I think both teams shot under 35%. It was kind of ugly. But the third quarter, the defensive intensity that they came out with, they go on that 13-0 run, and it felt like the defense allowed them to settle into their offense. And that was really promising for a team that, again, turned the ball over 23 times. 23 times. We so easily could be sitting here talking about a moral victory of playing the Spurs close, but God, you just can't turn the ball over 23 times. But when you're losing that many possessions, I look at the rebounding battle last night where they're plus 11, and they got 22 second chance points of 17 offensive rebounds. So if you're going to turn it over, at least give yourself as many second chance opportunities as possible when you're missing shots.
They were silly turnovers too. Like, you can't.
Almost every player, except for Cam Spencer, who had 0 turnovers, but almost every player had one of the dumbest turnovers. Like, we get those regularly. They're sailing them into the stands. It's like, and you get a ball, and you get a ball,
Stepping
and you
on
get
the
a ball.
line. How do you not have better court awareness? You don't get 23 turnovers and a majority of them not be silly.
Season
right?
high.
Like, you don't get to do that. But they continue to compete. Shots weren't falling for either team, but it was a game of really good competitiveness, competition, where it is, okay, we've made a mistake. We're not going to get down. We don't have to accept the inevitable that is this Spurs team, that is Victor Wembanyama. We go out there, and if we're going to give possessions away, let's try and get ourselves some extra possessions. The Cam Spencer, we can talk about that last shot he made. We can talk about the 8 assists, 9 assists, 0 turnovers. Cam Spencer got by my count, I counted 3 offensive rebounds. Now maybe it might be more than that, but I counted 3 with my eyes. You throw in Jock
3 were offensive. He had 8 boards.
Throw in Jock Landale as well on the glass, and he's just somebody who, when there's a mismatch on him, Brevin brought this up on the broadcast, he puts the dude under the basket. He posts up, and he doesn't stop moving backwards until he gets the ball. Jock Landale, a couple of times, started off on one block on a mismatch and backed his dude all the way clear to the other block. Like, that's just competitiveness. That's just people wanting to go out there and play at a high level and wanting to win. And that's all you can ask for, man.
I loved the self-awareness of Jock Landale after the game in the locker room. He was asked about the lob that Jalen Wells threw him, and after that happened, you could see him just running back by the Grizzlies bench, almost laughing maniacally, pointing at like Koloko and Scottie Pippen Jr., and he said, Scottie always gives me a hard time about not catching lobs, so I was pointing at him and letting him know I can still get up. And by up, I mean below the rim and just lay the ball in. I was like,
that's all you got to do.
All right, you know your game, you know your strengths. No, I just think, you always want to focus on the X's and O's and the execution and the identity. But last night really was an indication of the heart of this team, and that's what Jock told me in his walk-off interview after the win. Isolo brought it up before the game. You could have a general sense of frustration from Isolo in his pregame comments, just from the standpoint of being down Cedric Coward, who the good news that we received yesterday was the injury wasn't as bad as they feared it could be. We didn't get an exact timetable, but he also talked about Ty Jerome, who is practicing, but we didn't get specifics on when he could come back. But Isolo talked about just how this is a group that's searching, right? Like searching for rotations and searching for roles and searching for an identity. But the one thing he didn't really waver on that they were searching for was this competitive intensity, the competitive spirit that they've displayed. And when you look at the games they've lost, they haven't gotten blown out. They're constantly fighting. They just come up short. They're down talent. They're undermanned. And that competitive spirit, I thought, really showed last night again. And that's an encouraging thing to have. When you don't have all the other stuff, when you're turning it over 23 times sometimes, as long as you still have the fight in you, you have the chance to pull off a win like you did last night against the Spurs. And Isolo, in his post-game availability, started by naming off all of the players. I think he was asked a question, and without even answering said question, he just starts listing Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen Jr., Brandon Clark, Zach Edey, Cedric Coward, John Morant, Omax Prosper, Jemai Meshack, John Conchar, all guys out, and our team is fighting. Extremely proud, just like I was after the Laker game, after both Lakers games. But this one's different because they get a win. And so when you look at Victor Wembanyama being out at the end of the game last night, and I was surprised that they did not get him back in. He is on a minutes restriction. He did end up playing, 21 off the bench, and still 30 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a block. He's insane. Bennett put it perfectly last night on the double post. It's almost like it throws off your depth perception watching him because he is so absurdly different than everybody else out there. Like, he comes into the game and he's standing next to Jock Landale, who is, 6'11", 7 feet tall, and he looks short. The poor official, the woman official last night, probably is like my height, is running next to Wemby, and it looks comically height differential. But they don't get Wemby back in. They play the Lakers tonight, so would assume that there was some level of trying to make sure that he is good enough for that game. He hit the ground a lot early on in this game. But he hit the ground. He also did that weird leg kicky thing where he just kicks the basket. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, didn't you hyperextend your knee? Like, can you imagine being the Spurs medical staff and you're so worried about keeping him well and getting him back, and he just hi-yas the basket with all the balls in it?
I guess that means the knee is good.
I guess it does.
That would be my
and
guess.
It looks fine. But you say, like, sure, he's out at the end of that game, but the Grizzlies ultimately are out 8 players still. 3 starters, in Ja, Cedric, and Zach Edey. So kind of miss me with the who's available, who's not. The game would have gone this way if Wemby had played. Well, the game could have gone another way if the Grizzlies were more at full strength. But they did have Cam Spencer and they did have Vince Williams Jr. And I think those were the 2 most critical players in the game. Obviously, Cam from the shots that he was able to get and make at the end of that game, and coming off of a period where he had been in a bit of a slump. He had scored 25 points in the last 4 games. He'd been 2 of 13 from 3. And last night to have him go 3 of 8 from 3, 8 of 15 from the field, 21 points. And then Vince Williams Jr. he's just an impact guy. He really is. To see him make those threes is great because it's someone else you have to respect. From the 3-point line, you got to respect his shot. Oh, getting choked up. But what he gives to you on the defensive end, and again, the length, and not just his scoring, but also his rebound. He's a really good rebounder. You lose Cedric Coward, who's been a great rebounder for this team. That's great. You have Vince Williams Jr. You're still without Ja Morant, so you're down ball handlers. Well, guess what? Vince Williams Jr. can also play on the ball and take care of the ball. He had 5 assists and 1 turnover. And yes, the turnover was so bad, but everybody except for Cam Spencer had 1 turnover last night, at least. That was really, really bad. So he kind of is this kind of creative player that helps make up for the players that you are without. Now, they have another game tonight against the Phoenix Suns. We will see how it goes. We'll see if Ja plays. Ja was questionable last night, then moved to doubtful. Vince was questionable, moved to probable, and played. Perhaps you get one more person back into the mix. But I thought it was just a very encouraging showing from this Grizzlies team.
What was Cam's? You said Cam scored how many points the last 5 combined? You said 25?
Oh, the last 4 games
Last
combined,
4 games
25,
combined.
yes.
Okay, because I think he's around that many assists in that time as well.
Yeah.
And that's something that's been one of the encouraging things for me about Cam Spencer's game. Cam Spencer comes in out of college, out of UConn. It's like, oh, I know he can shoot. He can absolutely shoot. You're not going to be able to leave him open. But if you get out there and close out on him, what else can he do? And Cam Spencer has shown himself to be a good facilitator of the offense and a good playmaker, a way better playmaker than I thought he was going to be capable of. So while the points and the shots fell for him last night, which is great to see, he was also continuing to make plays for others. And that's something, if he can do both of those, if he can be a shot maker and a facilitator and a playmaker, that bodes well for what he can be from a role standpoint on this team. And that's a piece that you want to have and hold on to, because you got that on a cheap deal, because it's a second-round pick. You got that on a cheap deal. You can make things work with that. So as long as he continues to play make, and even though defensively he's small,
You put all that length around him,
you put that length
and
and
it's
you're
not
good.
as critical.
Although, right, if it was a playoff type of situation, I wonder if the Spurs would have just said, all right, Harper, it's you. Take the ball.
Right.
Just go over this guy
Well, the
until
Spurs
they
also
stop
missed.
it.
I mean, Keldon Johnson missed like 3 open threes.
Champagne didn't miss.
Champagne almost
Okay.
single-handedly destroyed
Yeah.
this team. When they came out of half and Champagne made his first 3 and put the Spurs up 11, it's like, God, we're going to die by a different one tonight. Come on, man. I can't do this
But
anymore.
how much of that do you think might have been by design? How much of that is, hey, we got handled by
Sure.
Harrison Barnes and De'Aaron Fox.
We're not going to let those two get us.
If they're going to beat us, let's see if Keldon Johnson or Champagne can do it.
And they hadn't seen Stephon Castle this season. They hadn't seen Victor Wembanyama. And as Jacob brought up in my ear, Champagne just dropped 30 on the Knicks.
Okay,
So from
is
a
that the
KYP
Grizzlies?
standpoint, no.
Okay.
And that's the thing about this Spurs team. Early on in this game, there felt like such a large discrepancy between the Grizzlies and the Spurs. I was like, oh, this Spurs team is a contender. And it's like the old Spurs prototype of just moving the basketball so well. You have good wings, you can knock down shots, and then inserting off the bench one of the best players in the game right now in Victor Wembanyama, and so many different guys who can step up. And then the Grizzlies mucked it up, and I give them total credit for that. Dylan Brooks comes back tonight. Do you think he gets booed or cheered?
cheered and then booed. Isn't that how it usually goes?
I don't know.
I think he gets.
Wemby got sincere superstar traveling cheers last night.
Word.
Yeah. There were a lot of Spurs fans in the building.
Listen, man. When you got
There were a
somebody
lot of
like
Grizzlies
that,
fans.
when you
There
got
were a lot
something
of
like
Spurs fans.
that,
I'd cheer too.
you gotta cheer.
If he was on my team,
gotta cheer. It's
I'd
like,
bow, I'd cheer,
hey, you bow.
I'd throw flowers.
You don't have to bow.
I don't know. He went to
He's
monk
already
school.
looking at the top of your head. Like, you don't have to bow. Come on, man.
Absolutely true. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Some scores from around the NBA last night, plus the big drama in the transfer portal in college football. It's been a dramatic transfer portal, but it became the most dramatic yet with the news that DeAngelo Williams from Washington wants to transfer. Problem is, he just signed a contract with the University of Washington 2 days ago. We'll get into all of that and more. DeAngelo Williams will still join us as well on the other side.
It's gonna be food. Oh, Jared!
Support your Grizzlies by voting for them to the 2026 All-Star Game.
Oh, eating with the big swat. On the deck, floats it up, off the glass and in! Cedric Power, yes sir!
Vote now by going to grizzlies.com/all-star.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday.
Tell me about being a rookie in the NBA. What has that been like so far?
The coolest part is, having a class with you they're all rookies. So if you go to an NBA game, you kind of know a lot of the guys that are rookies there because you went through that process of draft workouts, playing against them in college and stuff. So I think it's cool to have that camaraderie.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Nichely popular.
I watched Brokeback. Like, Brokeback isn't niche.
I mean, yeah, it was an
that was a cultural, like, that was
that's Jake Gyllenhaal, Heath Ledger, great performances.
cultural touch point.
Sure.
Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain walked, so Heated Rivalry can run. I started Heated Rivalry
Skate.
yesterday. I watched half of the first episode.
And halfway through the first episode, they get it in already.
Woo! Woo! I did forget one thing with Grizzlies Spurs last night that I enjoyed seeing this morning. The Grizzlies got Victor Wembanyama out here talking like a French philosopher. This quote from Victor Wembanyama after the game: "The good thing is we can match up with everybody and look anybody in the eye. The bad thing is we look everybody in the eye." I was like, "Ooh, okay, Voltaire. Okay, Sart. What you talking about there, Victor? Also, how do you look anybody in the eye? You're so tall. You've never looked anybody in the eye a day in your life. You've looked down. You don't look. Imagine never looking someone in the eye. Your whole life, you're just spent above ground.
Always being I'm tall.
You're always the tallest person in the room.
But I'm not always the tallest person in the room.
Always. And by far.
By far, always the tallest person in the room. That's crazy.
It made me giggle. It's like, oh, the Grizzlies got the Spurs in their feelings. What a fun time to be had. Around the NBA last night, LeBron James, 30 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block. He is 41 years old. The Lakers beat the Pelicans 111-103. He is averaging 29, 8, and 8 over his last 3 games, which is insane. As I mentioned, the Grizzlies are not the only team to lose to the Magic or to the Wizards. The Magic lost to the Wizards last night. That Wizards team, I remember back when the Grizzlies had the games against the Jazz and the Wizards, and I think Bennett used the word feisty to describe the Jazz, but lowly to describe the Wizards. And I think we have to upgrade the Wizards to the slightly feisty Washington Wizards. Just the slightly feisty. McCollum went off. Alex Sarr had a big game. Their young talent is doing very well. They're still the worst team in the NBA, but they're getting some surprising wins along the way. As the Grizzlies were playing the Spurs last night, some crazy college football news popped off where the University of Washington quarterback, DeAngelo Williams, announced that he was entering the transfer portal. And we are so used to seeing these transfer portal announcements. He posted to his socials. He thanked the coaches and his team and the fans. And he said he has to do what's best for him and his future. And after much thought and prayer, decided to enter the portal. And the code for much thought and prayer these days is usually another school, showed a large sum of money. And reportedly that school is LSU. But the problem with DeAngelo Williams is that he literally just signed a new deal with the University of Washington. He just signed what they call binding contract with UW. So now UW is exploring all legal ventures to enforce the terms of said contract. Williams did not file paperwork to enter the transfer portal before posting on his socials. He posted on his socials while the rest of his team was at a celebration of life ceremony for, I believe, the soccer player who passed away at the University of Washington. His teammates found out via his post. A funny little wrinkle is that Williams and his coach, Jedd Fisch, share the same agent. He followed Jedd Fisch to Seattle after committing to Arizona out of high school. Before he committed to Arizona with Jedd Fisch, he had committed to Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, but ended up going with Fisch, first to Arizona, then to the University of Washington. And now we are in a pickle. And this is what happens when you do everything in your power not to recognize these players as employees. Because I don't know how this is enforceable. Like, you can sit here and say, ooh, this feels yucky, this doesn't feel good. But if you don't have a CBA, if you don't have salary caps and transfer restrictions and enforceable contracts, I don't see how you can enforce DeAngelo Williams to honor his contract. Also, feels as if the relationship would be pretty sour at this point for him to return to the University of Washington. I don't know. This feels like one of those big moments in college football. We've had a lot of them as of late, but this one feels like one of the bigger ones, CJ.
Yeah, this is so odd that you can sign a contract and then just be like, no, I'm out. This isn't early signing period or given a verbal commitment from back in the day. This is something that's supposed to be binding in a way that other stuff isn't. Yeah. The Big Ten is behind Washington on this, and the Big Ten fought, I forget who transferred from Wisconsin. Wisconsin had a player transfer to Miami last season. And it was like, well, you can't do that. You just signed the deal. So we talked to your father about this and been listening to a bunch of different people talk about it, and the fear of, I think Gary brought this up, the fear of, okay, if we step in and say, no, you can't, we, the NCAA, step in and say, no, you can't, and you sue us and you win, well, then we can never say, no, you can't again. And we've lost that bit of control as well. But I find it hard to imagine that this isn't something that can be enforced. He literally signed the contract for a reported, rumored $5 million. It should not matter. LSU then should not allegedly, reportedly, be allowed to come in and offer him $1.5 million more, $6.5 million, and he just say, oh well, I'm out after signing it. If you want to give the verbal, like, yeah, I'm gonna sign with y'all for the $5 and then actually sign with LSU for the $6.5, fine. But once you sign, that's got to be able to be enforced.
What I thought when I saw this story, though, was like it's very non-compete-like. And the case against non-competes is that they suppress wages and they limit an employee's ability to go make more money. And I looked up non-compete laws in Washington State just out of curiosity. And they have a really strict non-compete law that heavily favors workers, like requiring, a higher salary threshold, like over $120,000 for employees. But this obviously far exceeds that. And that's where, until there are rules written in or some sort of a punishment that DeMond Williams would have to pay X amount of money if he were to get out of this contract, I don't see how they can legally go down that avenue because they are keeping someone from making more money. And we can all sit here and say, oh, this doesn't look good. I don't like the way this feels. But what would you do, CJ, if you had just signed a contract yesterday for $5 million and tomorrow someone came around and said, we'll give you $6 million? What would you do?
If it's not enforceable, no, it depends on my relationships with the people there, and
even $1 million.
And it would depend on the type of quality education I'm able to get there, and it would depend on the college campus atmosphere and the location would matter. No, give me the 6 if you're not going to enforce it. What are we talking about?
Exactly.
You've got to be able to enforce these things.
If they said they could enforce it, you would feel some kind of way that you can't go because that is hindering you from making. We can sit here and talk morally about it all you want.
You don't get upset at the NCAA.
No.
You get upset at LSU for not making that offer earlier.
Yes.
Originally.
When LSU obviously reportedly LSU obviously thinks they can get away with this. Otherwise, they wouldn't pursue it. LSU's desperate right now. They're not getting Trinidad Chambliss. If he gets his eligibility, he's going to Ole Miss.
Well,
they had Sam Levitt at the game. That was hysterical. The pictures of Lane Kiffin and Sam Levitt, the Arizona State transfer, at an LSU basketball game on their phones. And then next thing you know, the DeMond Williams post drops. And almost at the same time, one of the recruiting services says Sam Levitt is taking a visit to Tennessee. It was like, well, this might not work out because guess what? LSU might be going a different direction.
If your plan is banking on the NCAA to give you a quick, fair ruling on somebody wanting a not necessarily questionable, but kind of grayish 6th year, then you've got to have other plans. So yes, you're desperate, but you should have never put your eggs in the Chambliss basket to begin with. Because even if he does hop in the portal, he might not have that extra year of eligibility. So you've got to go out there and find a quarterback. And the way things are set up right now, gone are the days of, hey, let's go get the plucky freshmen. Let's go find this top-rated high school recruit.
5-star from
go get them. Go find dudes.
Podunk Town, wherever.
Yeah, let's go find dudes who've done it. And, Levitt has done it. And this guy, Williams, has played at a high level as well. I'm not going to say necessarily done it because, I'm not super – personally – I would find better things to spend my $6.5 million on than him. But hey, if you got to go do it, you got to go do it, man. So yeah, you go out there and make it happen. Again, if you say, hey, once you sign, that's it. There's no coming in over the top. The NCAA's got to come in and say and rule on this, and then let the courts do what the courts do, and let's see how it all plays out. But even with non-competes, even with the strict non-compete clauses, I understand that lowers wages. Once you sign, you sign. So you've got to talk to the employers and say, hey, listen, once these things get signed, that's it. It's over. It's done. But
usually if the other employer wants to poach the employee,
they pay.
Then you negotiate some kind of a buyout, and that employer or the employee is responsible for the number that has to be paid.
What's it called in soccer when they lend out their soccer players, Jacob?
Loan.
Okay, so something similar to that, only this dude isn't coming back. So just, like you said, just pay us.
Name the number.
Break the contract. Yeah. It's the same thing they do with coaches. They do it with coaches.
Yes.
Do the same thing with coaches. Okay, here's the buyout. If you leave, here's the buyout to go to another school once you sign this contract.
Coaches are employees, and for whatever godforsaken reason, players are not. Maybe this will do it. It won't.
It won't.
They've worked so hard to make it not. They'll just ride right through this.
But we all see what
everyone will say, this is going to be the moment. It's not.
It's going to be a bunch of little moments.
Sure.
After talking to the commish on the show. That's what I left that conversation with, it's not going to be one big
thing.
one. It's going to be all of these little cuts. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts, right? And then the NCAA will just have to fold. And this will be maybe potentially another one of those that moves us closer to the players being treated like employees.
That's the big college football story. The big story in the NFL, aside from going into Wild Card Weekend, the Ravens fired John Harbaugh. 7th coach fired. There are now 7 openings in the NFL, but John Harbaugh out after 18 seasons, missed the playoffs with the Tyler Loop missed kick against the Steelers. But Harbaugh took them to 12 playoffs and has a Super Bowl win. All signs pointed that they were going to keep him yesterday, according to reports. There were some expected changes to his staff, but not to him. And then something changed, and he was let go. And the reporting made it clear that he was let go. It was not a mutual separation. He did not even get the opportunity to tell his staff. Immediately, he becomes the best candidate available. Like, I think it was reported his agent said within an hour of being fired yesterday, in an hour of the news breaking, he had heard from every single team with a head coach vacancy.
Agent said he heard. So you said it's 7 coaching vacancies?
Yes.
He said he heard from seven organizations.
Yeah.
So
that means one
organization let him go. So it's not one of the ones with an opening. Somebody reached out and they got a coach. Like, yo, we'll fire this dude today. What's up with John? As you know, it's tough. It's hard. It's a hard business to be in. I don't agree with it. I think you can look and see that this Ravens team, this particular season, injuries derailed them. Lamar Jackson missed a significant amount of time, and they were still right there with a chance to win this division. And I just 18 years, I think 11 trips to the playoffs, 3 trips to the conference finals, a Super Bowl championship. I just don't see letting this coach go. Now there was pressure put on him, and pressure put on the Ravens after he did some things in D.C., right, when National Guard and stuff like that. And so there was that type of pressure then coming from fans. The fans loved Harbaugh up until that moment, and then sort of the base, from what I saw, turned on him. And maybe that they're trying to get out of that.
Real turn, though?
I saw a real turn.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, our algorithms are a bit different. But I saw a legit turn. So
I guess I just didn't see anything. I didn't realize it was that big of a conversation.
You're not going to see it like it's not national or anything, but in that base, it was things going around like, we're going to lose, and we got old boy taking pictures, smiling with the orange dude in the Oval Office, right? Like it was a bunch of stuff like that coming from several people in that base, and so I wonder. Like if that played a role in it at all.
There was conversation about the relationship between him and Lamar, which is always going to happen when there's friction within a team. Do the coach and the quarterback get along?
The other part of it was, hey, once the players saw that, like the players in the locker room don't rock with that.
Right.
And so did he lose the locker room and lose the relationship with the star quarterback and some of the other better players by doing those types of things? But
still feels like a great job.
The Ravens?
Yes.
Great job and a great coach.
Yes.
Jacob, you go out there and get John Harbaugh. How you feeling if you're a
No,
Tennessee
the Titans are going to go get Jason Garrett. What are you talking about?
Jason who?
What are you talking about? Jason Garrett's interviewing for the Titans job on Friday. You didn't see that report yesterday?
I wish you wouldn't tell me. Like, not only did I not see it, I wish you wouldn't have told me that. Like, oh, gosh. You kidding? Jason Garrett. We saw that. We saw that for a long time.
Also,
Dallas.
I enjoy watching him in Maria Taylor's TikToks.
Oh.
They're fun. She always does it with the full broadcast crew. It's always a fun time. You don't need to get back out there. Come on. Stay away. But he is interviewing. But everyone should try very hard. Whatever you can, you should try to get John Harbaugh.
Have we had a candidate like this in the NFL?
Not in a while.
This is a dude who can coach.
Yeah.
And it's proven.
We got to take a break. DeAngelo Williams is going to join us on the other side. He just sent CJ and I a picture that I don't understand, but I'll get his take on that and more. DeAngelo when we come back.
It's going to be food.
Support your Grizzlies by voting for them to the 2026 All-Star Game.
Oh, Edie with the big swat on the deck, floats it up, off the glass and in. Cedric Power, yes sir.
Vote now by going to Grizzlies.com/All-Star.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Own the 2025-26 Grizzlies season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit Grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule. So don't miss out.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Grizz fans, don't miss the next great Grizzlies giveaway. Classic Edition Super Grizz bobbleheads will be given to the first 5,000 fans who enter FedEx Forum Friday, January 9th, when the Grizzlies take on the Oklahoma City Thunder, presented by Sissy's Log Cabin. Plus, 1 bobblehead will unlock the ultimate prize, a diamond, sapphire, and white gold necklace valued at $3,995. Great seats are still available. Visit grizzlies.com/tickets today. It is Wednesday. That means it is time to catch up with DeAngelo Williams for the first time in 2026. Happy New Year, DeAngelo.
Thank you. It's been a solid year so far.
All 7 days. 7 days in.
All 7 days. Hey, that's solid. Hey,
okay, that's a whole week.
That's what I'm saying. There's some people that didn't wake up this morning. I'm just saying, it got to be
dark,
solid.
but true.
Yes.
All right, we were talking during the break, and you said New Year, new you.
Are we gonna ask him about this picture he sent? Why your kids got Deadpool up in the room?
You have a Deadpool mural.
What's the deal with that?
That's one of the two.
Is this part of your New Year, new you?
Right,
okay, I'm glad that it's all connected.
Yeah, that's why I sent it.
Okay.
So the first thing is, CJ, you'll understand this. For quite some time, I've been mulling on this, and I think this is kind of like I don't know. You tell me. So I did a big thing this year. I took all my blinds down in the house. You can see them behind me. All the blinds I took down. And the only reason why I put them up when I first got this house, I was like, I don't want nobody looking in here. Well, my wife was like, we 3 acres off the, like, why do you?
Humble brag. CJ can't relate. CJ, you'll relate to this. We have 3 acres.
No, but I understand.
I know what you're saying.
I'm
There's
relating,
nobody there.
But still, I need blinds up.
Even if you were all by yourself?
Yes.
I think I would too. I'd be so afraid.
That's mind blowing. So here's the thing. I've always had blinds, and like when some of my like rich friends come over, they was like, bro, why you got blinds up? And I was like, what do you mean, why do I got blinds up? I was like, hell, you lucky I ain't got curtains over the blinds.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what, growing up, that's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter said she grew up with nothing on the windows. I was like, what? How did you grow up with nothing on the windows? She was like, well, I was like, well, what if somebody came and tried to peek in your house? They was like, well, if they were trying to peek in your house, they was trying to get in there. So it doesn't matter if you got blinds or curtains or whatever you got up. Because if they're a criminal, they're a criminal. And the more I started thinking about it, I was like, huh. But I was like, well, what about like, because she asked me why I wanted the blinds up. And again, I didn't want nobody peeking in the house.
Yeah.
I more so for privacy. Because I always, in the morning, the first thing I did when I got up is I opened all the blinds in the house. I did that. And she was like, just take them down. And I'm like, nah, gotta have my blinds, close them at night. I'm the only one close them. I'm the only one that open them. So this year, I took them all down. And when I took them down, I was like, ooh, that's a lot of light. That's a lot of light. And there's no control over said light because I took my blinds down. So every time somebody complained about that sun either setting funky or that cloud that's perfectly placed that blinds you and we can no longer close the blinds, I'm gonna bring it up like, hey, you remember when we had blinds? And everybody was like, why don't you just take them down? Well, if they were still up, we could fix this problem.
So a couple of things, D. One, when I stayed at the Zaxby's off Union across from the Outback, they didn't, the complex was raggedy. They didn't have blinds on the window, and the window was huge. So if you were standing in the Outback parking lot, you could see me in all my glory. And this brings me to number 2. I need blinds or curtains because your boy be in the house booty butt naked, man. Yeah. I be bucket naked. And so I don't want you, even though we 3 acres off, I don't want your little kid running around looking for their lost dog, Fido, and they come by, and there I am just standing with my morning cup of Joe, just all my glory out looking out the window, right? Like I don't want that to happen because I feel like you'd be mad at me.
But nobody's looking in your house. They're looking at your house because they're getting up to the door to either ring the doorbell. I think it mindset, because again, like you said, that's what I'm thinking, CJ. Like, look, even right now, bro, as an adult, when I close my garage door, I open that door to look back to make sure the damn garage, it's been going down for years. It ain't never stopped me.
Gotta make sure though.
Ain't nobody ever kicked their foot underneath it and stopped it around. I always open the door, look back, and my wife goes, why do you do that? Like, I'm just like, I watched a lot of movies.
Make sure.
I've seen a lot of people get got. And she was like, so.
D, on the topic of watching movies, I don't look through peepholes. I forget which movie did that to me. I don't look through, it was Bad Boys 2 when they were in the shootout with the Haitians.
Yes.
And it wasn't was it a peephole or was it just a
No,
random hole? It was just a hole in the wall. But after that
Yes,
moment,
I
I was like,
know
all
what
right,
you're
I'm done looking through peepholes, dog. I'm not doing that anymore.
I'm very cautious with peepholes. I do need blinds or curtains or something. As a woman, it's very, like, I especially would never want, this is how women's minds work. You want to learn how women's minds work? I don't want anybody to know when I'm like home with my husband versus home without my husband because I'm convinced that they would pounce on the opportunity to kidnap me or do something worse.
And you are kidnappable size.
Yeah, I'm very, they could just pick me up. I could try, I have a baseball bat. My dad gave me a baseball bat for my birthday 2 years ago. It says JB.
So it's a big bat.
Oh, yeah, it's a slugger.
Okay.
It's a real bat.
Because my wife had, I got baseball bats in my house.
It was like a tiny bat?
It was like a little tiny. I was like, lady, what the hell are you going to do? I've seen you swing also.
When Chris is out of town, I sleep with a knife next to the bed.
Turn up.
Yeah.
Butcher knife?
Yeah, like one of our big butcher knives. I just put it on the bedside table.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Gotta let them know.
But if they don't know that I'm alone, then that at least creates one level of separation. Also, as CJ said, I walk around the house
Just naked,
Yeah,
just
but
free
I
balling it,
just-
free as a bird,
I'm
man.
so worried about when I have children someday
Hey, they
because
got
I'm
to
gonna
see it.
have to. No, then
They
you
got to
have
see
to.
it.
You have to wear pajamas.
Who
you
has to?
You do.
Oh,
It's
man,
your
you came-
duty as a
you came out
parent.
of these sacks right here. Look at them in all their glory. Thank
I
them,
don't-
son.
I don't understand how y'all do that. I'm gonna tell you why I can't sleep naked. I can't sleep naked because it's 63 degrees in my house all the time. It's too cold. Like I'm talking about, we walking around in blankets with regular clothes on. So how are you, like, you just braving the temp? Like,
Yeah, but then I'll wrap myself in. Do you know how much more cozy it is to wrap yourself in a soft blanket?
Get the soft
when
blanket
you're
all
completely
on the
naked?
nether regions? Yes.
That's not you walking around naked. I'm saying, like, actually get out and just, like, yeah, I get
It's
cold
like the cold
fast.
breeze,
I don't
you know? It's just, it wakes you up, keeps you alert, keeps you feeling one with the world. I don't like to feel constrained.
But you gonna cocoon yourself in the blanket?
Well, yeah, that's different.
That's different.
That's like a burrito.
But listen, man, that soft. You're right. The softness of that blanket
nice.
on areas where the blanket should not be. Oh, so good, so very, very good. Why don't you do it hood style, DeAngelo? Y'all don't want the blinds up, fine. Put just blankets up over the windows.
Nah, well, the
Just
reason
get themed
why,
blankets and throw those up.
So look, so my wife didn't care for the blinds much at all. And I had a blind that was kind of going lame, and she tried to open it and it fell down and hit it on the top. That's really what made me have to take all the blinds down, is that she was trying to open the windows and they came down, caught on the top of the head. I heard it. It was funny, but I had to hold it together while having a conversation with her because I know I was just going to escalate things and it was going to get way worse. But it was funny as hell upstairs. I would laugh. It was because it was loud. And she goes, and she almost cursed her. She called herself, and she goes, she called me, and I can't answer. So I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, stop it. Talking to myself, trying to get myself, stop, because I know she come upstairs to talk to me about this blind that just fell that she told me to fix a long time ago. But I got caught up in other stuff.
That happens.
But she came up there, she goes, did you hear that? I go, nah, what happened? I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, you said, go ahead.
That damn blind fell on my head. I thought you fixed it. And I said, no, I was getting there, but apparently
You just
got
hadn't
there
gotten there
before I
yet.
did.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, you got there before I did. I'm so sorry. I was like, are you okay? She goes, so what are you going to do about these blinds? I was like, you know what? I'm going to take them all down in the new year. And
So one blind hits her head one time, and you just
all
like,
the
I got to
blinds
take
go
all the
off.
blinds down.
You're not messing around with it
that was-
anymore.
So I don't get in trouble. So she don't yell at me.
That's
Honestly, smart.
So
Smart.
that's the one that was one. That's
Okay,
the one.
what's your
so now that
second?
I told y'all how I got roped into the one. Here's two. And you guys gave me the biggest compliment of all, because in that picture I sent you was a table me and my son built, and all you talked about was the Deadpool image. I was sending you the picture of the table because yesterday my son was like, hey Dad, I want to build a Lego table with you. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, man, it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock, bro. And he was like, yeah, let's go build a table. I hadn't stained it, sanded it yet. We're gonna do that when he get out of school today.
Cool.
But I had to make sure that we had the measurements right. We put together, and that's all out of scrap wood.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
you really have lived a whole life in the first 7 days of the year.
and that's why I said
You
been
became a
solid
blindless
7 days.
household and you built a table.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
In 7 days. And it's been big too, because every time I come downstairs, obviously there's a lot of light in the house. I'm just trying to figure out, I'm still trying to get used to it.
Yeah.
Because it was a let me see how it was a unsolicited compromise. Because I knew that at that time that I had to come up with something, and nothing wasn't going to be good enough. And that's when I was like, well, I'm taking them down in the new year anyway. And she was like, oh, okay. And she walked off, and I go, oh.
That's so funny.
I've done similar things before, DeAngelo,
Right,
just to avoid being in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still processing. I really am, CJ. I'm like, damn, man, like I couldn't come up with nothing else. Like,
And now you're in a pickle because now if you don't like the blinds being down, you can't put them up until she says, hey, you know what?
We should put these back up.
Yep. But that was the compromise because I was like, and I had gone months. She had told me months ago, and I was like, the next day I was like, I'll do it because normally I jump on stuff right now, and she'd be like, well, you always want to work on stuff right now when we talking about it. You don't let us just talk things out and then you go work on it. You want to do it right now. And I'm like, well, I want to do it right now because this same conversation we having today, it's going to be another thing tomorrow, and it's going to be compounding. And then when I start knocking these things out, the first thing you told me, I forgot. And that's the one thing you needed.
How are y'all going to nap with all of that light, DeAngelo?
That was going to be my next question. Do you have anything in the bedroom?
I'm going to tell you right now. No, I don't need anything. I'm going to tell you right now, bro. I can go to sleep anywhere. Look.
That's
man.
the boom boom
What
room.
if
We got to put stuff up in the bedroom.
There's no blinds in there either.
What?
Gonna see some wild stuff in my house, man.
I'm just gonna.
It's gonna get real wild.
I'm telling you right now, if you want to stand there and look, you was looking anyway. I'm one of those that, hey, people window shop all the time.
You know what? Good for you.
Oh.
That is a level of degaffness that I just simply cannot embrace.
I'm gonna tell
you
you where it comes from, Jessica. I'm gonna tell you where it comes from. Honest to God, and I it's horrible that I'm gonna say this, but if you've ever played sports and been in the locker room long enough, you have to communal shower.
Yeah, but
with
here's the
other
thing.
people.
No, but you know those people. I have no problem. Now we're getting into the weeds of this. Like,
You
of
don't know
all
those people?
my
You
friends,
don't know
I
those
am
people?
probably the most like free. Like, if we're out somewhere and someone needs to change, and they're like, "Oh, you can go," and I'm like, "No, I'll just change right here." We've seen each other, whatever. Who cares? My issue is with strangers. Like, our bedroom faces a parking garage with big windows,
huge,
and I don't know the people in the parking garage.
Also,
you know?
DeAngelo, like,
and I don't want to. The people in the parking garage aren't asking for this either.
We're conflating two different things here. We're talking one is a bedroom, a married people bedroom where mommies and daddies do the things mommies and daddies do. The other one is a locker room, and unless you're doing like the sweet heat stuff and whatever
Heated rivalry,
unless you're doing the heated rivalry stuff in those restrooms, like we're good to go.
CJ, let me make sure I get this straight, bro. In all of your years of being in the bedroom, it's only been you and the other person. It ain't never been an audience of any kind. Ever?
No.
Not even by accident.
No.
Not in college. Like you ain't
College is a different story. We're going too far out.
I'm just saying. Like,
I got somebody coming through. Bet I'm out. Hey, I got somebody coming through. Bet I'm out. Right? Like, so if I'm bringing somebody back, or if he's bringing somebody back, the other one leaves. That's how it's been. Yeah.
DeAngelo, enjoy your blindness house.
In college, you and the roommate was just bringing people back in the same room.
I gotta cut it off before it continues onward.
No, wait, I want to know about college, DeAngelo.
I was bunked up with four other athletes that were football players from Florida, Georgia. One was from Atlanta. And I'm talking about, man, I have seen you walk in and you're like, wait, whoa, what? Oh, okay. All right. I'm just saying, not that you a part of it, but you have to have seen something in college because that's when everybody
That's a different story. Everyone had a roommate at some point.
And you just leave if you were a quality roommate.
Well, yeah. But sometimes your quality roommate wasn't a quality roommate.
You just be quiet. Like, I'm not trying to be quiet.
I had a horrifying. Oh my God, you're sending me back into a dark place that I haven't been in.
I'm howling like a wolf.
Just PTSD right now.
Yeah, I was just sent back to war.
You walked in on some stuff.
No, way worse. Anyway, DeAngelo, have a great start to the new year.
No, you can't just leave us like that.
I'll text you.
Please.
I'll text you. Okay.
I'm not going to wait for a text.
Bye,
We're going to go to break so I can hear this
I'm going to tell
story.
CJ immediately. All right. We'll come back on the other side. DeAngelo, thanks for joining us as always. The scariest mascot in sports came back last night. We'll do some WTF. Also, mommy drama from the Hollywood mommy group. I didn't know we had Hollywood mommy groups. Actually, that's a lie. I have a friend who's in a Hollywood mommy group, and the stories are wild, and this story is wild. And we will get into that with some WTF as we continue on with this Grizzlies game day after a quick break.
What's the story?
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Who have you leaned on the most in terms of asking questions? Because there's always a fine line, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be the rookie that's annoying
Exactly.
people. On the other hand, you want to be a sponge.
You can ask any of the guys. Like, I'm asking, it'd be random games where I'm sitting next to Ty or Jai or Scotty, and I'm like, hey, bro, what would you would have done right there? Like, what do you feel like you would have did in that situation? Boom, 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 I probably would have did this. I'm like, all right, cool, I got it locked in now.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. The Grizzlies are the one thing everyone in the family can agree on, so join us every Sunday this season for Sunday Family Fun Days. It's a steal at just $35 and includes a ticket to the game, a $10 food voucher, post-game free throws on the court, and a meet and greet with mascot Grizz. Space is limited, so grab your tickets now for this unique experience your family won't soon forget. Go to grizzlies.com/Sunday and have a fun day. Welcome back. CJ, I had two questions for you.
What?
The first, you posted your new smoker yesterday. And then you said you wanted to take a sledgehammer to it.
I ran it over with my car.
Why?
Because a pain in the ass to put together,
That's
Jessica.
what I figured.
Pain in my ass.
But you did it.
Got fat little fingers, and I don't know if you have fat and little fingers, but these fingers here are fat and little and frustrating. They're not coordinated. You got to, with the nuts with the wings on them. I got wing nuts or whatever it's called. You got to twirl those around in there, but the space is super narrow. So it took me 2 hours just to get those in, and they weren't all over the grill. It's a decent sized grill.
Right.
But they were just in one place on the grill. Took me 2.5 hours to put that
So
together.
you destroyed it.
Yeah. Beat it upside the head with a sledgehammer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second question. You don't like shrimp tempura?
It's the worst shrimp. Like if it's out there, I'll eat it.
The worst
The worst shrimp. Name a shrimp.
Grilled shrimp.
Better
Great.
than great.
Blackened
Better
shrimp.
than
Put it on everything.
better than tempura. I think you're gonna agree with me.
Raw shrimp. Yeah.
Better than
I love it with a
tempura.
little cocktail sauce. What other kinds of shrimp
I mean,
are there?
they're fried. What the Bubba told us all the different types of shrimp. Boiled, that's better. Linguine is better than tempura.
You want to know what kind of shrimp I have an issue with slightly?
What?
Is the shrimp that comes with the eyes still in it. Like the big prawns that
I've
have
never
the
seen that
eyeballs
shrimp.
on it. Oh, they're terrifying.
Okay.
I
don't want my food
like
looking
them.
at me.
My uncles still talk about it to this day. I was at my cousin's like wedding rehearsal dinner, and they had some big like shrimpies with eyes on them, and I said, no. I said, I'm not going to eat that. I'm not going to eat the shrimp with the eyes. That's too much for me.
Types of shrimp.
Types of shrimp.
Oh, no. Like
This is
shrimp
just,
foods.
yeah, they gave me brown shrimp, white shrimp, pink shrimp, tiger shrimp, rock shrimp. Ooh, I love tiger prawns.
Okay.
I like fried shrimp.
Fried shrimp
But
is
isn't
great.
fried shrimp, tempura is just another kind of fried
tempura
shrimp.
is tempura.
But
It's
are
different.
you
coconut shrimp is
dipping
better
it?
than
I
tempura?
love coconut
Right?
shrimp.
Like,
Oh my God.
start thinking about the shrimp that you eat, and then you'll get to the point where you say, "Oh yeah, tempura is not better than any of these other shrimps." Will you eat tempura? Yes, so will I. But it's the worst shrimp, and it's National Shrimp Tempura Day. That's why it came up.
Have I ever told you about the time that I put like a bucket of shrimp in my purse and forgot about it?
No. Questions though.
I have answers.
Why?
Okay.
And how?
Okay. Fair
and
questions.
Where were you going?
All fair questions.
What were you thinking?
All fair questions.
Who were you with?
I can answer all of this.
Okay, please do.
I was with my grandmother.
Okay.
We were at Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. I had recently decided I liked shrimp.
Okay.
Which was, I was a slow.
How old were you?
Probably like 12.
Okay.
Old
All right.
enough to have, like, start carrying a little purse in a
Got you.
cute way. It was pink.
Okay.
And I convinced myself I liked shrimp. We go to Bubba Gump Shrimp. It was the nice special Grandma Jessie day out. And I get a like bucket of fried, I think it was popcorn shrimp, you know?
Yep.
And I took one bite of that Bubba Gump popcorn shrimp.
Popcorn shrimp.
I usually
better
love
than
popcorn
tempura.
shrimp nowadays.
Yeah.
But back then, I don't know if it was a bad batch. I don't know if I hadn't really come into my shrimp own yet. It was one of the most disgusting things I ever put in my mouth. And I felt so bad because I had ordered like a giant serving of popcorn shrimp. And my grandma went to the bathroom. And while she was gone, I poured the remaining popcorn shrimp into my purse. And I pretended like I housed it. And I was like, yum, yum, yum. I love popcorn shrimp. I ate it all while you were gone. And she was like, you ate that so fast. I said, I just loved it. It was so tasty. I just didn't want her to feel bad. I don't want to waste food. You know, when you're a kid and like your parents are like, you can't waste food or going out for a special occasion. I didn't want to get in trouble for wasting all the popcorn shrimp. So I put it in my purse. And then we went back. We were on vacation. And I put that purse down. And I woke up the next morning. And the entire hotel room smelled like shrimp.
As well it should.
And I realized I never threw away the shrimp.
So what
that
did
was
you
in
end
my
up doing?
purse. I threw away the shrimp that was in my purse.
Where did you throw it away at though?
In a
Because you can't
trash
throw it
can.
away
I
in
went
the
to
room.
I went to the little hotel, like, you know how they have the big where you would put trash out.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I put it in that trash. And I went back to the room, and I remember trying to scrub my purse out. And eventually, I had to get rid of the purse because it never
It
stopped
just
smelling
smelled like shrimp.
But I swear I got away with it. I don't think she ever knew that I didn't eat the popcorn.
So was
shrimp.
she in the hotel with you, or were
Yeah.
you with your mom? Okay.
Yeah, I was with her.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Anyway, do Bubba Gump Shrimp Company still exist?
Yeah.
It was such a nice kitschy restaurant.
I think it's.
I
I
wish
don't
we
know.
had
I don't know
one.
where the near. You wish we had a Bubba Gump?
Yeah. Why not?
Come on, Jessica. Come on. You can wish for better things, dog, than Bubba Gump shrimp. Like, come on, man.
That's what you think.
But again, popcorn shrimp. Better
love
than,
popcorn
better
shrimp.
than shrimp tempura.
I think coconut shrimp is like sneakily up there in my top 2 shrimps.
Listen,
Blackened shrimp is the best shrimp.
I like
Like a little,
I
like,
think
charred
fried shrimp with the fried butterfly shrimp with the little tail still on it, so you have something to hold on to and bite. Right. But listen, I'm eating all the shrimps. It's just if you got tempura, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. Just a
Okay.
little disappointed.
Hey,
But
you made your case.
it's National Shrimp Tempura Day, so find you some shrimp tempura and eat it if that's what you like to do.
Shrimp is one of my favorite proteins to put in, like if I'm making a bowl.
Okay.
I use a lot of shrimp, but then I realized shrimp is incredibly high in cholesterol. Like I was eating shrimp
Is
almost
it?
every day for about a 3-month period before realizing I should not be eating shrimp every day for a 3-month period.
I didn't know it was that
It's
high.
like
in
really
cholesterol.
low calorie, but it's really high in cholesterol.
Yeah, they're scavengers. You're not supposed to really eat those things.
Yeah.
Shrimp, catfish, and I kind of want a shrimp and catfish plate now. So, yeah. Oh well.
A Bubba Gump at the Bass Pro Pyramid.
That would
as
make
Chris
sense.
said in the chat.
That would make sense.
Be fire.
That would make sense.
Like, move out Wahlburgers.
Yeah.
We've got a Bubba Gump shrimp company to put in here.
That would make sense. That would probably do well also.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Are you familiar with the Hollywood mom group drama? Did this cross your timeline?
Hell no. Did you tell me about some of this many moons ago?
No.
I
This is new.
thought Hilary Duff had, or somebody had some beef with a mom group maybe 2 years ago. Okay, I'm wrong.
No.
Go ahead.
This is Ashley Tisdale. Do you know who Ashley Tisdale is?
Pieces of me.
No, that's Ashley Simpson.
Oh.
God bless.
I'm sorry. I got the white women confused. I apologize to
Sharpay
white women everywhere.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sharpay in High School Musical.
Okay.
She was the voice of the.
She was the
something
annoying.
on
She was the
Phineas
annoying and
Ferb.
mean one. She was the sister's voice.
Yes.
Candace.
I think so.
Okay. Is it Candace?
Yes, Candace.
Is it Candace?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the mean one in
High School Musical. Okay.
She wrote an essay for The Cut about leaving her toxic mom group. And she kept the group anonymous in the article, but she talked about how the group hurt her feelings and she realized they were leaving her out of stuff and how she came to the conclusion that you don't have to stay in these groups. You have the power to leave and do what's better for you. Anyway, the article comes out and people immediately connect the dots and they're like, oh, she's talking about this very famous mom group that includes Hilary Duff, Mandy Moore, and Meghan Trainor. And the internet sleuths determined this. And she had talked about this group before in a positive way, but then they find out that she unfollowed Hilary Duff and Mandy Moore on Instagram. And you know, when a girl unfollows two girls on Instagram, clearly there is something going on. Her reps have now come out and been like, no, this is a different mommy group. This is not this mommy group, because they were also saying that she got kicked out because she was like heavy MAGA. And they're like, no, she's a registered Democrat. It was a different group. It's not this group. But one could conclude that it most definitely was that group, because now Hilary Duff's husband has come out and posted a petty photo of his own where he did a Photoshop version of like the cut graphic that was used. And his says, when you're the most self-obsessed, tone-deaf person on earth, other moms tend to shift focus to their actual toddlers. So now we have beef between Ashley Tisdale and Hilary Duff and Mandy Moore and Meghan Trainor and Hilary Duff's husband, who has come into the mix. I didn't know the mommy groups were having this many troubles.
What type of grown-ass man hops into mommy beef?
It's a great question.
Let them sort that out. Like, stay away from it.
Not Meghan minus the base.
What? I mean, have you seen her?
Yes.
Okay.
That one hurts me.
She's minus the base.
Yeah, it hurts.
Which, fine. Your body, your choice. You do what you do, but you can't be all about that base as you know.
No trouble.
OD on Ozempic over here.
Can one OD on Ozempic?
We're about to find out.
Did you see that Oprah said that she has to be on it forever? I didn't look if that was real. I should before I share
listen,
that.
I think that once you get off of it, if you get off of it.
That's what she said. She gained 20 pounds back.
You put it all back. Because it's appetite suppressant. So
okay, it was a real story,
yeah, it's
according
appetite,
to people.
It's an appetite suppressant, and you're not going to be hungry.
She stopped using for 12 months. She gained 20 pounds back and realized that she would have to go back on the medication. She thought she beat the medication, but you have to go back on the medication.
Yeah,
So it
it
is one
tricks
of
your
those
body.
things. Like, if you want to do it, but you have to do it forever.
So yeah, what were we talking about?
Anyway,
a dude,
mommy beef.
As a
Why would the dude step into
Why
mommy
are you
beef?
stepping into any of
If
this?
I was Hilary Duff, I would be mad at him. I wonder if he cleared it with Hilary Duff before he posted it, or if he just did it on his own and thought he was like being a knight in shining armor, and now she's upset about it.
Yo, like if she wanted to say something, that's Hilary mother effing Duff. She would say it if she wanted it to be said. If she wanted to go back and
orchestrate
forth.
her comeback right now.
What comeback?
Her
Hilary
music
Duff is coming
comeback.
back. She's
she
coming
released
back.
the new music. Yeah, we talked about this.
Jessica, we
She
talked about
released
so
new
much.
music. I think she released a whole
Is
album.
that video?
She released the single in November, and her album is coming out next month.
Oh gosh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Do we have the cover? Don't tell me. I'll find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like why are you saying it? There's a cover?
Oh no, I think it's just a picture.
Okay, yeah.
That's a nice picture.
Have you seen any bad pictures of Hilary Duff?
No, actually, I
Oh my
haven't.
gosh, what a woman. Yeah, if she wanted to say something, she'd say it. You don't have to step in here and do anything. Now you're just fanning the flames. Why are you doing that? Why? Like what how old are you? How can you have
This whole
beef with
thing-
somebody who you don't have to interact with at
The
all?
whole thing makes me. Mommy groups are scary. Why don't you have to have daddy groups? Why do we have to have mommy groups, but you don't have to have daddy groups, huh? Answer that question.
Why are you asking me?
Man.
I'm not a daddy.
And I'm not a mommy.
So these groups exist. You don't have to put yourself in there.
I feel like these moms feel as if they have to have mom friends because your
Why?
kid hangs out with the other kid. I don't know. It's something that happens. It's a phenomenon.
Well, your kid.
What if you end up in a bad mommy
Tell your
group?
kid to pick better people to hang out with. The amount. You're right. You hang out with who your kids hang out with.
Yeah.
Sure. As somebody who's got friends where that is the case, several times it's like, yo, you got to stop hanging out with that kid because we don't like the parents. The parents are on some weird stuff. So like, let's find you some people who we also like and make it work. Just because your
Was
kid
your
is
mom
hanging out.
friends with your friends' moms?
My friends all came from sports.
Okay.
And so we all bonded over that. And I think it's different when there's sort of some shared experience. A lot of these groups are my kid met your kid at school and we've never met before or talked before at all. So yeah, sure, let's let them get together and we'll get together and figure it out. Well, when you're sitting out there baking, watching 7-year-old
Suffering.
baseball,
Suffering.
like y'all all have that shared experience and y'all are all bonding over that. So the friends that I made, my mom was friends with because they all bonded over being out there being miserable, watching a group of 9-year-olds refuse to swing the baseball bat, everybody looking for a walk, right? Like that's how they bonded, or football, basketball, soccer, what have you. And so yeah, they were cool, but it's not like they were hanging out outside of that. They let us hang out outside of that, but they weren't hanging out outside of that. It's like, hey, I want to go. Miss Tracy, great example. Love Miss Tracy. My mama loved Miss Tracy. My daddy loved Miss Tracy. Loved Miss Tracy's kids. Her house was the fun house. We would say, hey, could we go over to Miss Tracy's? Parents say, yep, if it's okay with her. Miss Tracy would say, yep. My parents would drop us off at Miss Tracy's, and then they go do whatever the hell it is that parents did after that. It wasn't a lot of, hey, we need to hang out together all the time. No, it wasn't any of that.
That's how ours was too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the moms were friendly enough that they would occasionally do something, but they weren't like best friends. They weren't doing everything, especially when I was really young. Like, because these moms are all moms of younger kids, like babies, toddlers.
That's the other thing I don't
and I don't think
understand.
my mom was friends with a single person I went
No.
until I was in elementary school and on different teams where you were sitting at those events every single week, sitting by the same people, and you have no choice but to either silo yourself off or be part of the experience. And like when you're in an elementary school, at least for mine, I was with the same class K through 6. So those parents inevitably get to know one another because you were at various performances, events, school dances.
Why does my
whatever.
2-year-old need to hang out with another
Yeah,
2-year-old?
no.
That doesn't make sense.
I didn't even like.
You're not hanging out with another kid outside of like family or whose parents I know, right? It's one thing
daycare, I guess, but
at daycare, do what you do, but
I'm not taking the daycare home.
I'm not. A birthday party? You're gonna have a birthday party for a 3-year-old
don't
and
even get
expect
me-
my 3-year-old?
don't
My 3-year-old won't be there.
Even get me
My 4-year-old is
started.
not going there. So if you had a kid and I had a kid at the same time, right? 2 different kids.
Yeah.
Our kids would hang out because we're hanging out, not because we want them to hang out. I couldn't care less what those little shits are doing, right? Like they're just tag-alongs at that point. You'd be 7 or 8, and then we can start talking about, hanging out with friends and me knowing their parents. But before that, why the hell would I agree to spend my Saturday at a 4-year-old's birthday party? No,
Yeah,
I'm
I think
not doing
it's
that.
the big groups that freak me out. Because now I'm thinking back on it, like my parents became very good friends with my neighborhood friend, like met on trikes. Outside one day and became fast friends. And then our parents became friends. And to this day, our parents are friends. But it was a very organic, like we live in the same neighborhood. They were watching me when my mom went through breast cancer. They were watching me when my dad had to travel. And so like I spent a lot of time over there. And then their daughter would spend a lot of time with us and we would try to reciprocate. But like it wasn't a big group.
No.
Never
why,
big groups. Why are you
you
doing
don't
big
you don't
groups?
need to text me. As a parent of a child that my child knows, you don't need to text me or reach out to me about casual stuff. If it's, hey, your 9-year-old is invited, my 9-year-old, your 9-year-old wanted to get together, wanted to see if we can set up like some sort of a movie get together and maybe you drop them off at the movies and then I'll pick them up or something like that, or you drop them off over here and I'll take them and what, we can figure that out. But just texting back and forth, nah, we don't need to be doing that. I'm not here for that. I got friends.
I don't need to be close enough in the mommy group to have mommy group drama.
No, there's
in this
no
hypothetical
way.
universe.
There's no way I could be in a mommy group and have mommy group drama.
I can't believe there's like 2 Disney stars. in a mommy group together.
Wouldn't that make
But
sense
not
though?
anymore.
You're kind of in the group
I
with the people
guess.
you grew up with and that you know.
I guess.
Right? Like, oh, Hilary's had a kid. I just had a kid. I'm
Mandy
Ashley.
Moore was also kind of Disney adjacent.
Yeah.
She was in the Princess Diaries.
Like also, Mandy Moore.
Also.
Have mercy. That is a pretty sexy mommy group.
Oh.
Pretty sexy. Pretty sexy. Mm-hmm. Like both of them, Moore and Duff. Go ahead then.
Now I need to investigate what their husbands all do. Because Meghan Trainor's husband is a Spy Kids guy.
Okay.
But I don't think Hilary Duff's husband is famous. Was he a hockey player?
Yeah, he wasn't he?
Maybe.
Because he had beef with didn't
Carrie
they have
Underwood?
beef with Carrie Underwood?
Okay, now we got to come back around because there's a centralized figure in this.
Who is it?
The Duff family.
Yeah.
Whatever his last name is, I don't know.
It's Duff. You marry Hilary Duff. Your last name is
You are
Duff,
a
damn it.
Duff.
Like, come on now.
All right. Before we go, the scariest mascot in sports came back yesterday.
Oh, I hate Darnell sent this, and then you
Scariest.
sent it. I saw Darnell's video first, and then saw you sent it. It's terrifying. Oh God,
you don't like
get it
the
off
king
my
cake
screen.
baby?
Oh Lord,
'Tis the Mardi Gras season.
why does that baby?
It's the king cake baby. It's the best mascot in sports.
It's a baby on meth. Like, how do we allow that to be on the screen?
Your mascot is supposed to be intimidating.
Yes.
So many of our mascots are cute and fuzzy and adorable and just la la la. That is a sociopath. That baby kills things. That baby is terrifying. The king cake baby is back.
aren't supposed to be scary.
Exactly.
Babies aren't supposed to be intimidating.
Actually, hot take.
Go ahead. Here we go.
Hot take.
Okay.
Babies are scary and babies are intimidating and babies aren't even that cute.
Now, if you want to say there are ugly babies,
Well,
then
of course
yes,
there's ugly babies.
I'm fine with that.
Don't you think babies are one of the most terrifying things? Like we try to angelic them, we try to make them these little cherubs, but all they do is scream and enter this world, and you're forced to take care of them and like figure everything out.
No, they're
Everyone
fine.
talks about those first few weeks like it's war.
Yeah,
Like
it's
they went to
fine.
Nam.
It's fine. No, I don't think babies are
I
scared.
think we should use more babies as mascots.
Baby what?
That. King cake baby.
King cake
terrifying.
baby is horrifying.
What baby could we have in Memphis?
I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
Come on, let's
Come
go.
on.
You wanted to go with the thought.
I was trying to think if there was a food.
Oh, you wanted to
'Cause
do a
that's a
food baby.
king cake baby
I thought
is-
you were going with, Memphis is a black city. I thought you were going to go black babies.
No, you know that
okay.
king cake babies, because king cakes have babies in
correct.
them. So I was trying to think if there was
Do you
a
want to
food
put a
adjacent.
baby in nachos? Baby in the barbecue nachos?
Yeah,
And
barbecue
get to
nacho
the end of the
baby.
barbecue nacho
Yeah,
and
there's
there's
like
a
sauce all
there's
over
a-
their face. See, that's the
you know
vision
what?
I was going
There's
for.
the sauce and cheese. It's just all this goop on this baby, which is a lot like what comes out of you, right? Before they clean it up and doctor it up. It's just a baby with all types of sauce and goop on it. So that's really a more accurate baby,
Yeah.
a barbecue nacho baby.
It is.
And it would have a tinge of red to it as well.
Yeah, so you might not know.
Yeah.
Is it nacho sauce or is it poop? You don't know. Who knows?
Or blood. Yeah. Get it going.
There are cute things about baby. Like, I'm not trying to be.
No. I hope they clip this.
I'm not trying to say
I
all
hope they
babies
clip
are
it.
scary.
Because this would
My
do
friends'
numbers.
babies are adorable, and I love
Clean
them.
it up. Go ahead,
They
clean
are
it
so
up.
cute.
Keep cleaning it
I
up.
love when my friend sends me videos of her baby smearing poop on her face. It is one of my favorite things in this world. I'm just in a mood today because I didn't get banana ball tickets, so sorry.
Put a baby on a toothpick and
A toothpick baby?
the ribs. So hold the ribs together with a toothpick and put babies on the end.
Okay.
Could that work?
Yeah, I
Almost
can
like
see-
a
I
little
can see the
like
vision.
Pandora charm bracelet
Oh,
type of
yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
See,
I'm trying
there's
to
so
think.
many options.
But you didn't get banana ball tickets.
No, and you didn't either.
No.
And Jacob didn't either.
I asked my wife. I said, "Hey, did you get the banana ball email?" She said, "What is banana ball?" It's like, lady, I know I told you about
Yes.
this when it happened.
Absolutely.
I know I did.
I promise.
I promise you. She's like, "Oh yeah, I have no recollection of that."
I should have had more people apply for tickets.
Yes.
I didn't. To be honest,
Yep.
I thought it was one of those things where you sign up for tickets, you get it.
Oh, I knew it wasn't.
I didn't know that it was that sold out. I thought you had a good chance. Maybe not that you guaranteed to get tickets, but I thought at least I would know a handful of people. I only know one person in the
Same
city
here.
who got tickets to Banana Ball.
And I'm tempted to give her whatever she wants for them.
No, we just gotta apply for a credential.
Yeah, but the
I
point
know,
of
I
going to
wanted to
banana
go.
ball is to go with.
I know, and have fun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I
Have
don't want to
fun
go with you. I want to go with my husband.
Yeah, that's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, no.
That's gross. Unless we get extra media credentials. So if we get like 6 or 7
For the
credentials
team?
for the team.
For the
and just don't tell the
Grind
rest
City
of the
Media
team.
needs 12 credentials.
Yes, and just don't tell Vernon or Roser
As
or
we say it
Devin
into a
or
microphone.
Gary or Mike or Bennett or Lang or Rob. We just don't tell any of them and just get them for ourselves.
Well, if you got banana ball tickets.
F you suck.
But if you want to give them to us.
I love you, please do.
Exactly. Grizzlies game day. Grizzlies Suns tonight at FedEx Forum. We will see if the Grizzlies can win 2 in a row. Suns coming off a loss to the Rockets the other night. Had a Kevin Durant dagger in their face, but they did beat the Thunder over the weekend. Suns in 7th in the West. Grizzlies still in 10th. But they're moving back up. We'll see if they can continue the good times. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll have all of the Grind City Media happenings tonight, the warm-up show, the rewind, the double post, everything and more. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.